Hola gente, que estamos en un nuevo vídeo de The Witcher 2. Y bueno, estamos aquí en esta ladera de esta montaña donde dejamos el capítulo anterior. Y parece que estamos a las puertas de la nueva zona de juego. Estamos en el acto 3. Nos pone que vamos a Loc Muinne, o Loc Muinne, no sé cómo se pronuncia todavía bien. Y bueno, con nuestro amigo Vernon Roach. Si habéis visto el capítulo anterior, habéis visto que fue de emociones, o sea, emociones fuertes. Bueno, el final, tela. Llevamos una decisión ahí y telita. Y antes de continuar, me he fijado que tengo aquí 2 talentos a falta de 1. Así que me los voy a poner. Estoy avanzando bastante esta parte. A ver. Bueno, vamos a mirar primero aquí, va bien. A ver. Velocidad de regeneración de energía durante combate 10%. Hostia, pues esto va a venir bien. Porque en combate, que se regenere la salud un poco más rápido nunca está de más. Reducción de daño. Esta rama la estoy mejorando bastante. Torbellino. Bueno, a ver esto de aquí que es. Probabilidad de efecto crítico. Bueno, vamos a mirar aquí. De alquimia no he puesto nada. Me estoy centrando en esto. Intensidad de señales. Energía más 2. Voy a poner esto así. Tengo más bloques de energía. Mira, ya tengo ahí. Vale. Otro más. Vale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vale, pues vamos a continuar. Ve a la puerta de Loc Muinne. Pues no, empezamos fuerte ya. Arpías. No es que sean un gran desafío. Tampoco son muy complicadas de matar, así que... Fuera. Vale, vamos a ello. Garras de arpía, pam, pam, vale. Vamos a continuar tranquilamente. Bueno, ¿para qué hablaré? O sea, si voy a dejarme la espada desenvainada todo el rato, porque... cuando menos te lo esperas, te aparecen bichos aquí. Fuera. Vamos aligerando el paso un poquito. Y si salen más, que salgan. Hierbas, a ver. Brionia, por Dios. Está nevadillo, por aquí. Oh, tenemos más compañía. Voy a ayudarle al paleto este, porque si no, igual echa la juventud ahí matándola. Vamos. Fuera. Supongo que en esta nueva zona habrá misiones secundarias. Así que bueno, ahora esto es principal, ¿no?, de la historia. Pero luego, si ya tengo un rato para ir por libre, pues haré mis misiones secundarias típicas. Y continuaré luego con la historia. Así gano nivel, objetos nuevos. Tengo que mirar a ver los comercios de aquí, a ver si tienen nuevas espadas y armaduras. Porque a lo mejor, claro, donde estaba antes, el acto anterior, creo que tenía lo mejor en cuanto a armadura y espadas. Buscar, garras de arpía, lo típico. Pues eso, creo que tenía lo mejor. Pero aquí quizás haga cosas nuevas, así que hay que echarle un ojo, que si lo hay seguramente venga bien. Me ayudó bastante en el acto anterior llevar lo que llevo. Habla con Radovid.
This is the last place I'd expect to see Knights of the Flaming Rose.
They're here with Radovid. After losing their foothold in Temeria, they rebuilt their position at the Redanian court. You best stay out of sight. You never know with those bigots.
Yeah, we also had a little disagreement recently. They could be holding a grudge.
I'll explain that your presence in Loc Muinne is necessary.
What now? What can we expect to see in the city?
Separate camps, buffer zones, and frequent patrols. Well, that's how it should be organized if those mages from the Conclave have any sense.
Ah, another area of your expertise.
The Peace of Sintra was signed on April the 2nd, and all around was quiet, calm, and orderly. If you don't count Henselt's roars and the all-night festivities of the Mahakan Volunteer Army. And the common folk were positively thrilled with the parade that followed. Yet, not one of those fuckers even knew that I, and a few others like me, spent a week poring over the city map and devising a way to keep those crowned idiots separate, just in case one decided to deal the next blow in a long-standing feud. In any case, I hope to see something similar here.
Relax. The mages want royal gold. They'll make sure all the sources of financing remain alive and present, at least until the inevitable quarrel over the Pontar Valley breaks out.
Well, we'll see if there is indeed a way where there's a will. If we're separated, we'll meet up again in the main square.
Fine.
Halt! Who goes there?
Vernon Roach and Geralt of Rivia, in the service of Temeria.
Foltest's killer in the service of Temeria.
Foltest's killer is in Loc Muinne. Geralt of Rivia will help me capture him.
I couldn't give a pig's ass who killed Foltest, but this bastard raised his hand against the Order, and I'll not let him pass.
In that case, I'll walk in over your dead body, brother.
Bear in mind that peace negotiations are underway behind those walls. I'll have no blood spilt here. Why are the Knights of the Order of the Flaming Rose here?
We're here on the invitation of His Majesty King Radovid.
Radovid can invite anyone he wants to Redania. Problem is, this isn't Redania.
Questioning the King's will.
If Radovid invited you here, why are you encamped outside the city?
We're not part of the official delegation.
Well, we're on our way to an official audience with King Radovid. He's expecting us. So stand aside.
Looks like Radovid doesn't believe the peace talks will end peacefully.
You can be sure of one thing. Not a soul is to be trusted in this city.
Not a soul to be trusted any time, anywhere, period.
We need to assess the situation. Whoever stationed the knights at Loc Muinne's gates is likely to know the most and to have the upper hand. I'm going to the Redanian camp. If you want to look around, I'll meet you near Radovid's headquarters.
All right.
Muy bien, muy bien. Sigue a Vernon Roach. Pues creo que ya sé cómo se pronuncia. Loc Muinne. Si no he escuchado mal. A ver, yo lo sigo, pero va muy petado el cabrón, ¿eh? Parece que tiene prisa. Como no, la puerta ya lo típico. A darme con en las narices con ella. No tengas prisa, chavalín. Hostia, hoy sí que va fuerte, ¿eh? Otras veces que va detrás de mí un cacho. Pero hoy va con prisa. Ah, hostia.
I don't believe you killed Foltest.
I didn't.
But a bounty is a bounty. I'm sure you understand. As a professional. It's nothing personal.
One more windbag.
¡Qué hostias! ¡Ocho cabrones! Esto no me lo esperaba yo. ¿De dónde habéis salido? Puta que me quema. Hostia, me han quemado. Cago en la puta. El mago, los cojones. Muere. Y aquí que... Ah, es el hijo de perra este. Muere, cabrón. Muere. Es el más peligroso, tío. Sin duda. Por eso. Buah, 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 buah. ¡Esquiva! Buah, tío, me mató. Es que no me estaba fijando en... Fallo mío, no me estaba fijando que... Se me había quitado la señal. Me han petado, pero bien, ¿eh? El peligro... Viene del puto mago ese, tío. Me tira hechizos, me tira llamas y la hostia y joder. Vaya tela, chalma, jodido vivo. No me esperaba yo esto ahora. Aquí una encerrona así y el otro se larga, ¿eh? El Vernon se pasa de largo. Me hace una encerrona ahí y el otro, venga. ¿Será que los contrató para que no le gane siempre? Me adelante a él. Ya decía yo que iba muy rápido. En fin. Bueno, anda, vamos otra vez para allá. Al menos ya sé lo que me voy a encontrar. Venga, anda, entra. A ver si ahora los ventilo y me los quito de en medio. Soy un pequeño incordio en el camino. A ver. Podría quedarse este aquí a ayudar. Aunque no hago mate a ninguno, estorba. Vale, esto lo voy a pasar, ¿vale? Porque ya lo hemos leído. Así. Vale. Joder, que ya me suelta el cabrón. Mierda. No sé a dónde fue. Vale, uno menos. Esquiva, coño. Esquiva y... Usa esto. Vale. Vale. Ahora tú, mamón, ven aquí. Vale. Ahora ya está la cosa bien. Voy a matar a este que está aquí, espera. Ahí. Vamos. Vale, fuera, ya me puedo centrar en él. Ahora sí, ven aquí, mamón. ¿Dónde se...? Aquí. Dale, dale. Joder. No me da tiempo, tío, a darle. ¿Cómo está en cabrón? Cabrón. Pues yo también tengo de eso, ¿eh? Aparece. Joder, qué cabrón, tío. Joder, ya está, cansino. A ver qué tiene. Cuerda, tal, bueno. Vale. Lo que no me sirva para... Iba a decir para pescar, no me digas por qué. Para vender. Vale, espero que no me encuentre más trampas de estas por el camino. Que me dice que siga Vernon, pero ahora no sé ni dónde está Vernon, ni nada, ni me marca el camino. Voy un poco aleatorio. O sea, un poco a voleo. Bueno, ahora más compañía. Pues nada. Vamos, hostia. Joder, no es que sean complicadas, pero me están dando todas a la vez. Y tela. Vale. Vale, hombre. Vamos para allá. ¿Estos? Bueno, vale, vete a tomar por culo, cabrón. Por aquí marca como una zona de comercio. Ahí. Dijo algo de una plaza, ¿no? Vernon antes.
Hell's bells, who do we have here? Witcher Geralt, the seeker of square coins.
What do you want?
Last time Zivik stuck his nose in. This time, he's not around. Fight!
Vale, esto era una misión secundaria del acto anterior. Donde estaba en unas peleas y vino este, que me vaciló. Y al final, pues, no pudimos luchar porque se metió, como dice, en el medio. O sea, ya os digo, es de una misión secundaria y mira, y continúa aquí. Fácil. Palizón.
I'll get you, snitch.
Don't try this again.
No cuenta que ajustar. Bueno, oye, ¿eso que me llevo? Cumplida. Ah, mira, está ahí Vernon. Vamos a charlar con él.
Ready for your chat with Radovid.
No reason to delay it.
Follow me then.
Vale. Podría por lo visto ir ya por ahí a mi aire. Bueno, tranquilos. Podría ir por a mi aire, pero bueno, ya que estoy en esta parte voy a... Si no, el vídeo sería muy corto, ¿vale? Entonces voy a continuar esta parte.
We're here to meet King Radovid.
Have you been granted an official audience?
We have information about the Kingslayers.
Everyone knows the killer is the Witcher from Rivia.
Then everyone is wrong.
Not my concern. I cannot risk placing the King of Redania in harm's way.
We bring Radovid news that will strengthen his position during the talks. Care to risk his wrath? Besides, this camp is swarming with soldiers. We'd have to be stupid or suicidal to attack Radovid.
Pass then, if your news is so important. But one word from the King and you'll hang. Both of you.
Don't you worry about us.
Vale. Al final nos dejan pasar. Vamos a audiencia con otro rey. Hemos conocido al rey Foltest, al rey Henselt. Hay una cinemática cuando pones el juego que seguramente en su día le haya subido, que era el rey de Mavan, que sale Lezo matándolo. Y ahora vamos a ver a Radovid.
Even less if he's made a pact with Nilfgaard. He and the Emperor could divide the entire north between them.
Pleasure in seeing Kidwin picked apart.
But they'd start with the country deepest in chaos. So you'd best hope nothing of that sort has happened.
Ah, es por aquí, vale. Pues nada. Vamos a tener audiencia con otro rey más. Madre mía. Lo que decía un día, esto es Juego de Tronos, tío. Está muy guapo el juego, ¿eh?
Did
La
you
verdad que
request
sí.
an audience with the King?
Yes.
The King will receive you.
Ah, vale, ya pensé que no me dejáis pasar. ¡Cacho cabrones!
Geralt of Rivia.
Your Majesty.
As usual, you turn up where and when you're least expected. And in such company. I never thought they'd make a soldier out of you.
Vernon Roach is a friend. He's in uniform, sure, but that's meaningless.
The world has changed greatly since we met those few months ago. Temeria stands at the brink of civil war. Kedwin has taken the Pontar Valley by force, and a Nilfgaardian delegation plays a prominent role at the summit of the Northern Kingdoms. Foltest and Demavend are both dead. Though it seems we were signing treaties just yesterday. Henselt was butchered in Vergen.
I've come here for help, Your Majesty.
Wait, Witcher. Were it not for you, Henselt would have perished at the hands of an assassin. Am I right?
I only delayed his death.
Do you know how he died?
I wasn't there.
The first lie of the day, and the negotiations have yet to begin. How can I help you if you're not honest with me?
I killed him. Henselt had Roach's unit murdered. I can't call it anything else. In doing that, he signed his own death sentence. When he was looking for Saskia in Vergen after the battle, I cornered him in a hut and I killed him.
What about Deathmold?
He followed orders and deserves the same.
Maybe we can come to some sort of arrangement. You said you needed help, Witcher. Tell me more.
What's the delegation from Nilfgaard doing here?
Henselt invited them. Before he died.
Shillard Fitzhestelun would never miss an opportunity like this one. He'll come to the talks and stage his favorite drama.
Why did you bring the Knights of the Order here, Your Majesty?
The Order of the Flaming Rose is here to ensure that the talks remain peaceful. We wish to avoid a second Thanedd.
If Temeria is in turmoil, then who has arrived to represent it?
Constable Natalis, the hero of Brenner, which is good. His presence is like a slap on Shillard's face delivered by the North.
Who's representing Kedwin?
Only the sorcerer Deathmold and his men are in Loc Muinne. But Deathmold represents himself.
Sheila de Tanserville is behind the murderers that hit Temeria, Eddern, and Kedwin.
How do you know?
I don't have any proof, but it's her. You've got to believe me, Your Majesty.
A witcher's word is not quite enough.
We killed one of them in Eddern. Deathmold used his magic to give me a glimpse of the past. I saw the assassin talking to others. They spoke of Sheila.
One mage's magic shows another's guilt. And it's no ordinary magic, but the forbidden path of necromancy.
It all makes sense. Shillard Fitzhestelun warned me about a plot. Apparently, Triss Merigold confessed to him that the sorceresses had set up a secret lodge.
Triss is working with Shillard?
She's been detained as a suspect. Shillard believes the sorceresses of Nilfgaard were also part of the conspiracy. Luckily, the entire amphitheater is under a spell that quells any magic. Otherwise, no one would dare go near all those mages. Well, the talks beckon. Everyone wants to see Temeria's bitter end.
What do you mean by that, Your Majesty?
The nobles are rebelling in Vizima. Lacking a ruler, they simply want to divide the kingdom into provinces.
Divide Temeria! Shame on the traitors!
Well, it doesn't have to be that way. Anais, the daughter of Louisa and Foltest, lives still. After the Baroness's rebellion, the girl was captured by the Nilfgaardians. The child has become a bargaining chip between the Empire and Kedwin. My people tell me Anais is here in Loc Muinne, in Deathmold's hands. I cannot mount an armed attack on the Kedwenis. It would be tantamount to declaring war, and we have gathered here to maintain peace. A lone witcher and a former soldier. That would be a different matter. Bring me Anais, Geralt, and I'll salvage a united Temeria, and punish those whose hands are stained with the Temerian king's blood.
Why does Deathmold need Foltest's daughter?
The girl has become entirely dependent on him, which will strengthen his position in the Conclave. Remember, he who has Anais will have the upper hand today. The girl is most important, Witcher. I denounce our engagement and make her queen of Redania and Temeria. The nobles of Vizima would greet her on bended knee, and the North would emerge stronger than ever. I must attend these talks, Geralt. Time is short. Bring me the girl, the two of you. Men without country or commander. Renegades that no one seems to have taken into account. I, in turn, promise that Sheila de Tanzaville will pay for her deeds. I shall punish her with fire and steel.
Por Temeria. Nueva fase de misión. Vale.
I believe we've resolved everything.
Vale, nos piramos. Bueno, ya nos mandan nuevas misiones por aquí. Vamos a salir y a ver si nos cuenta algo el Vernon, porque se larga muy rápido.
An alliance with Redania is our only chance of preserving Temeria's independence.
It's still risky.
Anais, she's the key.
I still wonder about Boosie's death. The boy would have had a stronger claim to the throne.
Maybe Anais can tell us something. It's high time we visited our old friend, Deathmold.
The Emperor's men hold Triss. They'll get everything they can out of her, after which she'll be dispensable.
If it's between the sorceress's life and Temeria's future, then I've no choice. I'm sorry. Let's wait till we're beyond the gate.
Vale, ahora hablamos. Si no me cerras la puerta de las narices sería mejor. Vale, ¿ya? Sí, parece que sí.
Roach. Roach!
Just the person I'd be looking for were I not forced to seek Anais Lavalette. You have much to explain, Brigida Paperbrock.
Oh no, you'll not pin this on me. I trusted you and you sent me into a den of vipers. Vipers!
Another Vess?
This is no time for pleasantries, Geralt. Calm yourself, Brigida. You were to watch Foltest's children. I saw nothing dangerous in the task. Obviously I was wrong, but I need your help. Anais has been kidnapped. Boosie is likely dead. I need to know how this happened. I need to know the details.
You knew well what you were getting me into. You know that entire rotting bunch. The Count, the Baron.
Not half as well as you do, my dear. Who were those men?
Not so fast, Roach. I have been hiding in this city for 3 days, scurrying about like a rat. They're hunting me. I'll not let you leave me here.
What do you propose?
Escort me out of the city, to the river.
What will that give you?
I expected I would need to fend for myself. I've secured passage. Take me there, and I will tell you all.
It's a long way.
You've a traitor in your camp, Roach. Perhaps more than one. What happened to Foltest's bastards is no series of coincidences. It's the result of a clever, treacherous game.
Damn it all. Geralt, I need to look to Anais. Learn how we're to get to her. But Brigida might know what happened to Boosie. Thus far, we've heard nothing but rumors. Take her to the river.
I came here for Triss. These are your matters and your people, Roach. Keep me out of this.
Forgive me, Brigida. You must fend for yourself.
You're a true scoundrel. And an idiot. I shall wait by the main gate. You have 1 hour. Then I'm gone, as is my evidence and all I know.
That comes pretty easily to you, doesn't it?
What's that?
Letting people go.
Bollocks, Geralt. Compare her situation to Anais's. Who's in greater need? Besides, I wouldn't have let her go if I didn't believe she could manage. Brigida Paperbrock is fully capable of taking care of her own ass.
What if she knows something important?
Then she'll deliver that knowledge where she needs to. There'll be time for that later. Geralt, I'll try to find a back way into the Kedweni camp. It won't be easy.
I'd say the same for the Nilfgaardian camp.
You need to decide. If you choose what's personally important, well, I won't agree, but I'll respect it.
And dropping in on Death Mold is not a personal matter to you?
That's the icing on the cake. Temeria's future, that's what really matters. I'll go investigate the Kedweni camp, look for a way in. Find me there when you make up your mind, but don't take long.
All right.
Por Temeria. Ve a salvar a Triss o ayuda a Ruch a recuperar a la hija de Foltest. Escolta a Brígida hasta el río. Bueno, tenemos aquí cositas para hacer, a ver. Bueno. Bueno. Vale, es secundaria esa de Brigitte. Testigo de la corona esta. Vale, bueno. Ya lo haré. Ahora haré secundaria seguramente. No sé si las grabaré o no. Seguramente las grabo las que más tal. Pero bueno, ya os dije que igual no las subo. Por si acaso las grabo, por si salta alguna cosa de la trama principal. Pero bueno, voy a dejar aquí este capítulo de hoy. Y nada, bueno. Espero que os haya gustado. Un saludo a todos y nos vemos en los próximos vídeos del canal. Adiós.